Hello folks, this is Sula again, and you're listening to a commentary video on League of Legends, this one featuring Sona. Right here, I am playing in a dual lane down at the bottom with Noopy, who's a someone who has been watching these videos on YouTube, and he types in waste mana so I can clarity, which is kind of an interesting comment to make. We talked about this a little bit after the game, but I want to make the point here while I have some time in the video. Clarity, not a good summoner spell to take on Rammus. I know that Noopy's told me after the game that he's had success doing that with Rammus, but Clarity, really not what you want. I can see maybe it's just a weak option in general. Clarity and Heal are both weak options in terms of summoner spells. I can see maybe on some kind of casting champion who is very mana dependent, but I mean Rammus, he's a tank. He doesn't need Clarity. You just need to be more frugal in terms of using your mana, and be careful about not spamming spells. I mean, you've seen, even though I'm planning Sona, and Sona's a very mana intensive champ, I really haven't had any need for clarity at any point in time of this game. I've just been tried to be intelligent about using my spells instead of just spamming them wildly. In any case, even though we just had a kill there with our Misfortune player getting taken down a second ago, we are still going to take this dragon. And then because the other team is pushing our lane forward, we're going to be able to get all this experience without much real trouble. And I'm going to be able to get a pretty good number of minion kills here. By the way, there's a completely useless Spirit Fire from Nasus. I mean, what was the point of that? He just wasted mana to do a tiny bit of damage to some of our melee creeps. So that's pretty pointless. Anyway, these guys are still just playing with no real map awareness. Every time that we disappear, they just push the lane forward. There's no attempt to keep the minion wave in the middle of the map where they'll be safer from potential attacks by other people on our team. And like there, Anivia is just spamming all her spells constantly. So yeah, she gets off a wall, but I mean, there's no way she's going to kill us. We're both very close to high health. So you know, just relentlessly spamming spell after spell. I don't really get it. And pushing our tower forward super aggressively every time. So what does that leave them open to? Well, this. Speaker's going to jump in behind them while they're up at our tower. I'm focusing Anivia. I ult her. We break off of Nasus when he ults in order to go after Anivia. So we're going to back off. She has her egg up, but it's not going to matter. We're still going to kill her, and Speaker's going to get that kill. He's going to get credit for it. And the other two of us are going to get an assist, so that's perfect. 1 kill, 2 assists, just the way you'd like to do it. And again, why does that kill work? Well, it works because they're very aggressively pushing our tower forward all the time. If they were keeping the minion wave, like right here in the middle of the lane, they'd be protected against that kind of thing. And we wouldn't have to they wouldn't have to worry about that kind of thing. All right, anyway, here I'm going to attack, get in a few shots on the tower. And then we're going to back off and slip into this brush. And I was sort of thinking like, okay, there's no way this guy has to know we're here. He's not that stupid, right? Well, yeah, the results speak for themselves. And Speaker tosses Pantheon Spear and gets the kill. So, wow, that's a bad death. Not knowing that we're here, not knowing that we were in the brush there. So yeah, that's pretty bad. Anyway, we're going to push this tower a little bit while we're here. Speaker's going to farm up those caster minions in the back. And now Anivia shows up, so we're going to back again. We're going to back into the brush once more. And at the time, I was like, okay, we were like, all right, let's wait in the brush and see if she comes forward. And I was like, okay, this can't possibly work. She's not going to be that stupid. But actually, it looks like she might be. And I was like, I wonder where Pantheon went. He couldn't be in these bushes, could he? Bam! Out comes Speaker. And that's another easy kill. So, yeah, like I said, maybe not the highest skill level of this team that we were playing against, but to get 2 kills like that is just pretty remarkable. It's just hard to believe that we could kill Pantheon in the brush there, and then Anivia would walk out and make exactly the same mistake that their Nasus made. So anyway, rather humorous episode. And now that we've picked up these 3 kills, really. We killed Anivia, we killed Nasus, then we killed Anivia again. Also, look at the Anivia build. She started out by buying 3 sapphire crystals, and then went from 3 sapphire crystals into what was her next? She bought 3 sapphire crystals, and she also skilled her wall first. So this might actually be a real life example of somebody trying to play using McLaurin's Pro Player Anivia Guide, which if you haven't seen before, definitely check out. But yeah, this was not a good Anivia build, needless to say. We had a comment something like, well, how many Sapphire Crystals does Anivia really need? How much mana does she need? But anyway, kind of interesting. Okay, anyway, getting back to the game, once again, in the absence of our team, their two players, Anivia and Nasus, are going to keep relentlessly pushing forward that minion wave again and again and again, and they're going to push it forward to our tower yet again. And again, they're going to come forward. So just look at where Speaker is on the minimap. You can see he's going to try to come around and come in behind the enemy team. Once again, from this time not jumping, but just coming in from the side. So all we have to do is have Speaker jump on Anivia. And so there's another easy kill. Now I'm going to ult Nasus. And even with his ult, it doesn't matter. He's going to be killed very easily. Double kill for Speaker. 2 more deaths. And their bottom lane continues to get wrecked. And oh, by the way, Anivia is already back in the lane. It's like, yeah, imagine that. Anivia is already here again. So that's just her once again using revive and teleport to get back to the lane immediately. So that's again how I got taken out if you watch the first part of this video, because she was using that combination. It's rather ridiculous. It's not a good choice, but she does get back to the lane immediately for all the good that does. Not that she's going to get experience here from these minions at the tower, but that's about it. She can't defend this tower. I mean, there's not really any point in immediately teleporting to a tower you can't defend. Speaker's going to come forward here and get in another strike. And I was trying to use the movement speed boost to speed him up, but Anivia just barely is going to slip away here. And Speaker's trying to tower dive after her, but it's not going to work. And then Speaker jumps back again on Nasus, and I don't understand what that play was. That was a pretty needless death. Yeah, so just a mistake. I've seen Speaker make innumerable good plays, but that was a silly mistake to jump back. The initial jump on Anivia was fine, but then jumping again on Nasus didn't really make a whole lot of sense. Anyway, right now, while all this is going on, their Tristana player is pushing on our middle tower. So Earthstrike is going to come down from the top lane, and I'm going to come in here from the bottom. I am going to bait this Tristana player. I'm going to try to get her to fight me in the hopes that she'll stick around, and then when Earthstrike appears, we can kill her. So that's what you see me doing here. Obviously, I can't beat Tristana one-on-one. So we get her to use her flash, which is really good. So now we've gotten one of her summoner skills down, and then she won't be able to use that for the next I guess about 4 minutes or so, roughly. Yeah. So that. Even though that might look like kind of a minor thing, she won't have flash available for the next time that we're going to fight her. So that's kind of a big deal. All right, anyway, with Tristana by herself, we are going to push on this tower, and then Speaker jumps into the fight, and he's going to jump on Tristana and get that kill, and then we're going to pick up a second kill on Garen, who's been in the top lane and so haven't seen him before in this video. So that's 2 easy kills. I kill steal for the first kill. Actually, you'll see I would end up getting a lot of kill steals in this game using Sona's Hymn of Valor. And so we're going to get 2 towers, and then we're going to pull off, and then we're going to grab the dragon here down in the middle lane. Or down on the river. So pretty good play for our team to get 2 towers, 2 kills, and pick up dragon at the same time. So we're getting pretty far ahead at this point. Alright, anyway, let's see. Meanwhile, the Speaker is going for the Anivia player up there in the top lane, and I wish I could show you that, but can't move the camera, so let's see if they can manage to get that kill up in the top lane. I'm not sure if they managed to get that one, and yep, there it goes. Noopy gets credit for it. And I think that was another, possibly a little bit of a kill steal, because I have to imagine Speaker did most of the damage there. Anyway, they're next going to push on that tower in top lane. Over here, we're going to steal the blue buff for Earthstrike's Anivia. Anivia is one of those champs who practically needs the blue buff to be effective. Anivia with blue is really good. Anivia without blue runs out of mana very, very quickly. So this is, even though blue buff is great on Sona, it's actually even better on Anivia. So that's why we're going to grab this for Earthstrike. And so there we go. And now we've raided their jungle, which their team doesn't seem to be using pretty much at all in this game for whatever reason. And now everyone's going to go back and heal and get ready for another push somewhere. I think I was going to farm these minions. Yeah, so was going to farm these minions. And then after that, we'll get ready to go somewhere else as a team. I'm taking my time because I'm trying to last hit them, but then in comes Pantheon, in comes Misfortune, and they just blow up all the minions immediately, which is kind of funny. Alright, in terms of what I wanted to buy here, I initially was building Tear of the Goddess, and there you see it for Sona, because it really helps her to get that extra mana the extra overall mana, and then later on gives you mana regen, and it gives you more total mana, and then later you can build it into an Archangel Staff. After getting the Tear, I went for Rod of Ages. Again, I couldn't have done this if I had quite so many kills, but because we're only at the 23-minute mark, Rod of Ages is still a good buy. And then also, I had already finished Mercury Treads, and then I picked up some wards, and then a blue elixir. The elixir was there because I had the extra gold, and because I figured there's a good chance we're going to have a Baron fight soon, and also with us being this far ahead of the enemy team, I didn't think the game was going to last that much longer, which makes elixirs a good investment. Now, Garen just wandering around by himself, no map awareness. I'm going to ult him, so he's just going to be stuck in place, I guess. Didn't really seem to have that much of an effect, but whatever. The three of us together are going to kill him pretty easily, and Nupi gets the kill on that one, probably due to his Sunfire Cape there. And get that last minion. Now here I was thinking, there's two people in bottom lane. Is there any reason why we can't just push into this base? Doesn't seem to be anyone here, but then Nasus rolled out, and apparently he's going to stop us. Again, Nasus uses his ult for no reason, uses Summoner Heal. Again, not really for any reason. So I'm not sure what he's doing here. I'm continuing to harass him every time that my Q comes up. And look, he's already taken more than half health damage. Now Vlad comes out. He's going to ult us. Vlad's focusing on me. You can see how close he is to death. But unfortunately, we're a little short. Now, the problem is Tristana comes in and gets off a pretty good buster shot. She's going to be pursuing me. And there, I screw up the pathfinding a little bit. I'm going to escape, run away, using Sona's movement speed boost. I think it's Song of Celerity. While that was going on, Speaker jumped in behind me. And that was part of the reason why I was able to get out of there. I didn't see that. I actually wasn't really watching. And then after that, Speaker pursued into the enemy base to try to kill Tristana. Which I think he did, not 100% sure. No, he didn't, but he got, so Speaker was taken out by the enemy team's Vlad there. So anyway, we got a couple kills there. They got one kill on us, but they've taken a lot of damage. And I think we were going to we were looking to see if we could get into the enemy base, but I think that we just didn't have the damage here. Not 100% sure, but I think that we had to back off here. Maybe, maybe not. Not sure. Anyway, Garen's way out of position. There's a nice wall there from Earthstrike. There's the wall from the other Anivia. So dueling walls there. The larger one is from the other Anivia. Earthstrike has wisely only put 1 or 2 points into wall. You really don't want to level Anivia's wall first. That's a pretty stupid play. I mean, it has a lot of utility, but her other skills have more utility. Let's put it that way. Anyway, we're checking for red, checking to see if we can steal any more buffs. I'm going to throw down that wall there for extra sight. Notice that I didn't use my elixir, my blue pot, in any part of that fight, so oh well. That was a mistake. I should have used that. Would have made my spells hit harder. We probably could have gotten a kill on that Vladimir if I had used it. Here we were getting ready. We thought we could probably do the Baron here, so we're going to make this attempt, even though Speaker's not with us, but he's heading towards us. However, we have vision on the enemy team. You can see we have a ward back there. We have clairvoyance, and with the enemy team coming here, we're not going to be able to finish this Baron fight, so we're going to have to break off. And instead, we're going to fight the other team. And I get off a rather poor ult. I miss most of the team. Speaker is going to jump on Vlad. And let's see, he's going to pull here, but we're going to finish him off as soon as he comes out of that. Nice wall there, blocking off the enemy team. As Sona, notice my positioning. It's towards the back of our team. You just always want to stay in the back. Come forward just to cue the enemy team. After that, get back, get back. You don't ever want to be getting targeted by the enemy team. So anyway, Anivia has her egg, but now that'll be down. And then at this point, we are going to break off the fight and continue it a little bit later. So I'm actually going to take this point to stop the video and come back for part 3.